Welcome to The Global Edge, a podcast series designed for the modern strategic leader. In this series, we move beyond the spreadsheets and the logistics to examine the invisible forces that determine whether a global team succeeds, stalls, or fails. We're diving deep into cultural intelligence to understand how different societies perceive power, time, and most importantly, the unknown. This episode, The Uncertainty Advantage, Navigating Cultural Friction in Global Teams. Good morning, colleagues, and welcome to our Strategic Leadership Retreat. I'm Avery Mascoll, your global consultant, and today we're exploring a dimension of leadership that often goes unseen until a multi-million-dollar project stalls or fails, or a long-standing partnership fractures. We call this session The Uncertainty Advantage. As global managers, we often focus on the visible metrics, KPIs, revenue, and market share. But beneath these lies the invisible engine of culture. Imagine two boardrooms. In one, a manager admits, "I don't have the answer yet," and the team is energized by his honesty. In the other, that same sentence triggers a silent crisis of confidence. This isn't a gap in talent. It is the psychological fabric of uncertainty avoidance at work. Today, we turn this friction into a competitive advantage. To lead, we must first define. According to the culture group, uncertainty avoidance is the extent to which a culture feels threatened by an ambiguous or unknown situations. It is critical and crucial to understand the anxiety factor. Many MBA programs mistake this for risk avoidance, but they don't know that it's not the same. High uncertainty avoidance cultures are not risk averse. They will take massive risk if the parameters are defined. What they cannot stand is unstructured risk. This ambiguity brings a physical sense of anxiety. And to cope with these cultures, they've spent several years creating beliefs and institutions, laws, religions, and social rituals designed to fight the unknown. In these societies, what is different is perceived as dangerous. Looking at the Uncertainty Avoidance Index, we see a vast global spectrum. On the high UAI side, countries like Russia at 95 out of 100, or Japan at 92, and Mexico at 82, they crave structure and expert consensus. On the low UAI side, we find the United States of America at 46, China at 30, and our primary case study for today, Denmark, which scores a global low of 23. These scores tell us how much rule following is required for our team to feel safe and productive. So let's look at Denmark, the culture of equality. Because their score is so low, Danes view uncertainty as normal. Life is expected and accepted as it comes. This is rooted in history. After the loss of the territory in 1864, Denmark shifted inward, focusing on social development and the cooperative movement. In a Danish office, curiosity is the primary currency. They are governed by the law of Jante, which emphasizes individual ego in favor of collective equality. In this environment, the boss is just another team member. Junior employees, they're expected to challenge the status quo. And to a Dane, different isn't dangerous. It's an opportunity for a better design or a greener energy solution. And this makes them highly agile. But to a UA culture, it can look like they lack a serious plan. Now, let's contrast this against Japan, the culture of precision. At 92 out of 100, Japan seeks maximum predictability. This is a survival mechanism. Japan is a nation historically shaped by natural disasters, earthquakes, typhoons, and tsunamis. Under these conditions, the Japanese learned that meticulous preparation is the only way to survive the unknown. So in corporate Japan, this manifests itself as monozukuri, the philosophy of craftsmanship and zero defect quality. Nothing is left to chance. Whether it's the Meiji Restoration legacy of top-down modernization or the post-World War II economic miracle, Japan built its success on discipline. If you are a manager in Japan, your team expects you to be an expert. They don't want you to wing it. They want you to have the feasibility study ready before the first meeting. So this creates a massive friction point in trust. And let's look at a real world scenario. Imagine a Danish firm with a low uncertainty avoidance, trying to sell a software to a Japanese conglomerate in a high uncertainty avoidance environment. The Danish rep says, the software is 80% ready. We'll fix the bugs in the next update. The Japanese executives hears this. This person is reckless and untrustworthy. In Denmark, trust is given by default. You are trusted until you prove otherwise. In Japan, trust is earned through time and consistency. So if you are a Western manager working in Asia, you must slow down to go fast. Rushing to a contract before building relationship feels uncertain and suspicious to a high UA partner. This also indicates how we innovate. So in a high UA environment, they prioritize stability and refinement, also known as Kaizen. While in a low UA environment, they favor agility and disruption. So if you force a fail-fast Danish model on a Japanese team, you will see a high anxiety and low morale. They aren't against innovation. They are against uncontrolled failure. As your consultant, I recommend a structured flexibility model. So for example, in phase 1, let's call it exploration. Let your low UA members take the lead. Give them the blue sky, freedom to explore the ambiguous beta versions. But in phase 2, execution, hand the leadership to your high UA members and assign them the feasibility studies, risk vetting, and quality assurance. By standardizing the process of innovation, you satisfy the high UA needs for rules without stifling the low UA need for speed. The principle of order, a biblical integration. So we conclude with a foundational principle of leadership found in Romans 13:1. Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God. So in a business context, this scripture reminds us that authority equals order. Rules and governance are not just bureaucratic hurdles. They're designed to prevent chaos. Whether you lead in a Japanese team that relies on protocol or a Danish team that values flexibility, your role as a leader is to provide the order that reduces your team's anxiety. So in closing, as you return to your teams, I challenge you to conduct your own cultural audit. Are you intentionally causing anxiety by being too ambiguous in your high UA members? Are you stifling your low uncertainty avoidance members with unnecessary rules? How are you using your authority to provide the order that allows all cultures to flourish? Turn your cultural friction into the uncertainty advantage. Thank you for your time. And let's lead with wisdom. God bless you.